Welcome to Forgotten Civilization, where we uncover the secrets of worlds time tried to erase. Today, we journey into the lost river kingdom of Illinois. The mysterious Kincaid Mounds, beneath the fertile floodplains of the Ohio River, near the southern tip of Illinois, lies one of North America's most enigmatic archaeological treasures, the Kincaid Mounds. A silent witness to a lost river kingdom that once flourished long before European contact reshaped the continent. Today this landscape appears calm, a patchwork of fields and forests broken by a series of low earthen rises. But 1,000 years ago, it was the beating heart of a sophisticated Mississippian society, a people whose power, artistry, and ritual life rivaled the greatest civilizations of the ancient world. Archaeologists believe that around 1050 C. Kincaid emerged as a regional center strategically located along the Ohio River, serving both as a political capital and a ceremonial hub that connected distant communities through trade, religion, and diplomacy. This city was not isolated. It existed within a vast cultural network that stretched from the Gulf Coast to the Great Lakes, from the Mississippi Delta to the Appalachian foothills. The Kincaid people were part of the Mississippian culture, best known for constructing monumental earth mounds, platforms for temples, elite residences, and council houses that symbolized their cosmic order, bridging earth and sky. At its height, Kincaid boasted more than 19 mounds, some towering over 30 feet high, arranged around broad plazas where rituals, dances, and gatherings would have brought the community together under the gaze of their chiefs and priests. The largest mounds were meticulously engineered, layers of earth compacted and shaped into terraces, each expansion marking a new phase of power or spiritual renewal. From these heights, leaders ruled over a landscape rich in symbolism and authority. Archaeological excavations reveal finely crafted pottery, shell ornaments, effigy figures, and copper artifacts traded from as far away as the Great Lakes and the Gulf of Mexico. These treasures tell the story of a people who understood beauty, hierarchy, and the cosmic balance of life. Their artisans shaped effigy vessels depicting sacred beings, horned serpents, falcons, and mythic heroes, each tied to the Mississippian worldview where the natural and supernatural coexisted. The Sioux chiefdom system that governed Kincaid was the pinnacle of social complexity in pre-Columbian North America. At its center stood the paramount chief, part ruler, part priest, whose authority derived from both lineage and divine sanction. The Great Plaza likely hosted seasonal ceremonies marking planting and harvest cycles, solar events, and rituals of renewal, all aligning with celestial patterns observed by the priestly elite. To stand within the plaza would have been to stand at the axis mundi, the center of the world, a place where the human realm met the spiritual forces that animated their universe. Yet, what makes Kincaid so captivating is its mystery. Unlike the more famous Cahokia Mounds near modern-day St. Louis, Kincaid was smaller but no less significant. Its location on the Ohio River placed it at the crossroads of trade routes connecting the Mississippi heartland with the eastern woodlands. Excavations led by the University of Chicago in the 1930s uncovered evidence of houses, stockades, and workshops, showing that this was a thriving urban settlement with specialized labor and organized governance. But beyond the artifacts, the site whispers of deeper stories, of alliances, rivalries, and the spiritual drama that shaped its destiny. Some archaeologists suggest that Kincaid may have been an independent kingdom, while others argue it functioned as a satellite of Cahokia's expanding influence. Whatever the case, Kincaid was no mere village. It was a seat of power, a riverine metropolis whose influence extended far beyond its borders. The people who built Kincaid transformed the land itself into an expression of their worldview. The river was life, a highway of trade, a source of sustenance, and a sacred boundary between worlds. Its floods replenished the soil, feeding maize agriculture that sustained thousands. The nearby bluffs provided stone for tools and shelter for the dead. Archaeologists have unearthed burial mounds containing grave goods that reveal stark social hierarchies, elites interred with exotic items and symbols of authority, while commoners rested in simpler graves. This stratification hints at a society bound by religion, labor, and tribute, where every person played a role in maintaining cosmic balance. The Mississippians measured time through celestial cycles, and Kincaid's planners oriented mounds and plazas in alignment with solstices and cardinal directions, suggesting an advanced understanding of astronomy and geometry long before such knowledge reached these latitudes through European science. But every civilization, no matter how mighty, faces decline. By the late 14th century, the lights of Kincaid began to fade. The reasons remain elusive: climate change, resource depletion, warfare, or perhaps internal strife. Droughts during the Little Ice Age may have strained agriculture, leading to social upheaval. Trade networks collapsed, mounds were abandoned, and the once bustling plazas fell silent beneath encroaching vegetation. The people moved on, leaving behind little more than earthen monuments and scattered shards of pottery. Over the centuries, wind and rain softened the edges of the mounds, and European settlers who later arrived could scarcely imagine the grandeur that once stood there. For generations, the site lay forgotten, its true nature hidden beneath farmland until archaeological investigations revealed its astonishing past. In many ways, the rediscovery of Kincaid mirrors humanity's eternal fascination with lost civilizations. The mounds challenge our assumptions about what indigenous North American societies were capable of. Far from being simple or isolated, they were dynamic, innovative, and deeply spiritual. The Kincaid people engineered landscapes on a monumental scale, governed through intricate social systems, and expressed their beliefs through art that continues to inspire awe. Their city thrived not through conquest, but through cooperation, ritual, and respect for the rhythms of nature, lessons modern civilization would do well to remember. When archaeologists sift through the soil of Kincaid, they are not merely uncovering artifacts. They are decoding an entire worldview, one that saw the land, water, and sky as sacred elements woven into the fabric of life. Today, the Kincaid Mounds historic site stands as a quiet memorial to this lost river kingdom. Protected by the state of Illinois and the National Register of Historic Places, it is open to the public, though few visitors truly grasp the magnitude of what they're seeing. There are no towering stone ruins or grand temples, only the soft outlines of earthen platforms rising from the grass. Yet in their silence lies power. To walk among them is to walk through time, to feel the weight of centuries, and the ghostly presence of those who once gathered here to dance, to pray, and to rule. Interpretive signs tell fragments of the story, but much remains unspoken. The songs, the myths, the voices of those who built this kingdom and vanished into history. The modern world may view them as anonymous mound builders, but to their descendants, the native nations of the Mississippi Valley, these were ancestors, visionaries who shaped the land with intention and reverence. As technology advances, new methods like ground-penetrating radar and aerial LiDAR scanning are revealing details once hidden beneath the surface. Patterns of streets, defensive walls, and residential clusters are coming into view, painting a picture of urban planning that rivals that of ancient cities across the globe. The more we learn, the clearer it becomes that Kincaid was not an isolated curiosity, but part of a continental story. A chapter in the human saga of innovation, adaptation, and belief. And yet, the full story of Kincaid may never be known. Much of the site remains unexcavated, protected under layers of soil that act as both a shield and a mystery. Perhaps that is fitting, for some histories are meant to be felt rather than fully told. In the end, the Kincaid Mounds remind us that civilization is not defined solely by stone monuments or written records, but by the human spirit, as drive to create meaning in the world. These earthen platforms, built grain by grain, lifted by hands, long turned to dust, endure as a testament to a people who understood the sacred bond between earth and sky, between community and cosmos. In the echo of the wind across the Illinois fields, one can almost hear their heartbeat still, steady, enduring, and eternal. The lost river kingdom of Kincaid may have vanished a millennium ago, but its legacy remains imprinted on the land and in our imagination. whispering that even in forgotten corners of history, greatness once thrived. As we look upon these ancient mounds, we are not gazing at ruins. We are looking at the very foundations of civilization itself. The echoes of Kincaid still whisper through the ages, reminding us that no civilization is ever truly lost. If you enjoyed this discovery, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Forgotten Worlds.